Hello, welcome. And today we will be talking about what's going on in Palestine, specifically in Gaza. So, to make clear that I just want to mention that Palestinians are human beings and they have the right to basic human rights. So, they're human beings. The right, firstly, the right to live and the right to move as they please. They can't simply be concentrated in a small area where where limitations of what goes in with limitation of what goes in and what goes out. So imagine this is in you living in this situation. I'm sure that you don't want to live in situation where you are really restricted um, by what goes in and what you can do and what you cannot do. You don't want to have those restrictions. So at least you need to have the basic human rights, like the right to live and the right to move. So look at what's happening in Gaza today. Innocent civilians are dying in large numbers. Imagine those are your families, or imagine you are in this situation and being bombarded and killed in large number. How would you feel? This is absolutely immoral and violation of human rights. So innocent civilians, they don't have to pay the price. Uh, they don't have to pay the price, and they don't have to die. And this is clear violation of international law, according to my analysis. So, uh, there's absolutely to make it clear, there's absolutely no justification in killing of innocent people, no matter what the circumstances is. Um, the civilians don't have to pay the price of civilians. You can't kill severely civilians under any circumstances. But if you see what the Israeli government is doing to the people of Gaza, that's what? How can I put it this for you? But it's really immoral. It is immoral that lacks justification. You can't simply go out and just bombard the civil infrastructure and kill the innocent people, especially mostly women and children. What's this? Now, if we see the war now consumed almost above, I can say almost 25,000 civilians, mostly they are children and women. So, to make okay, so to say, um, there are the principles of human rights that United States and European nations claim to stand for. So, what are those principles? So, if we see United States always seems like advocating for human rights, but why, when it comes to Palestinians, those principles are not applied? Where are the principles of human rights? Why is what okay? So why is it that when it comes to the Palestinian, there's these principles to be ignored? Is it because the Palestinians look different and they have a different values? But that cannot justify. So when we talk about human rights, it should apply to all humanity, regardless of their faith, race. I personally don't believe that there's a different race in this planet because are we all are one race. We belong to only one race. So human right principles should apply for all humanity. You cannot be uh, uh, hypocrisy if you've shared. So, for example, if you share the American value, you'll be entitled for the human rights. But if you're not, so the principles are ignored, which is absolutely and completely outrageous and preposterous. That's not right. So So because just let us talk about the Palestinians because they look different and they stand for different values. It doesn't mean that they have to be deprived human rights. That's United States and European nations that they claim they stand for. So it's completely. If we see like why are the European nations and United States are silent when it comes to Israel killing Palestinians. What's the human rights? Where's the human rights of the United States and European nations they say they stand for? Where is it? Why is not applied for Palestinians? Where's the International Criminal Court? But again, if the United States truly advocates for human rights, they should stand with the people of Palestine. And as always, what the United States of America does is sanction any country that goes against the interests of the United States or presumably or that goes against the interests of the United States. But why Palestine? Sorry, why when it comes to Israel, Israel do not get sanctions of other countries that are being sanctioned for presumably for human rights violation and others and other say other values that other nations don't stand with don't that do not align with the values of Americans or America or United States. So this is clearly exposes. Okay, so if we see in terms of the United States and the European nations, this is clearly exposes the hypocrisy of the United States and the European nations. This is hypocritical of the European countries. So this shows that European countries only stand with uh, people who share their values, not like those people who look different and who share different values. Just let's say that for the sake of political correctness, let us say that just European nations and Americans and the government of United States of America do not do not stand with people who share different values in terms of human rights. So so if at this moment, if you can stand with the people of Gaza, that means that you don't have the base to go out or to go to other nations and lecture uh, about the human rights. So, in fact, if we come to truths, uh, we see that the United States is helping or assisting Israel to go ahead and bombard the people of Gaza. That means that the both country, Israel and the United States of America, bear responsibility for the killings of the innocent civilians in Gaza. So now, if really the International Criminal Court works, let us see if they can bring any uh, charge against those two countries, Israel, Israel, and United States. So what I'm saying is that now at this moment, before things get worse than it is now, we all have to stop this war for the sake of humanity, not because uh, they are Palestinians or because they are Gaza or Israel. Israel has to stop this war for the sake of humanity. So the Palestinians have been suffering for years and years and years, but this unending there's no end to this suffering. So this is a time for us to go out and advocate for ceasefire and for the freedom of Palestinians, not because they are Palestinians or because they're Gazians or just because they are human beings, that they deserve and entitled to the basic human rights. Thank you, and please don't, if you have humanity in your hearts, please don't simply be quiet. Stand with the people of Palestine. Thank you, and have a good one.